verbal responses. And that is Bill Oates.
Here's Stacey King for Bill Cartwright, who once again has not done the job.
And Bill with 2 rebounds and 1 field goal in the game.
And Pippen misses on both. So the Knicks with a hot shooting here in the third as opposed to the Bulls with just under 3 minutes left. Third quarter. And the Knicks lead by 14. Starks. And Jordan looks to run. Knicks able to get back. Paxson spots up for 3. Grant pops it out. Jordan for 3. And back come the Knicks. It's a 3-on-2. Oakley misjudged on that pass. And King able to come up with it. Here's Pippen. That's the style the Bulls would love to play. Pippen hits and a foul. Ewing called for the foul, and Pippen will go to the line. The first time tonight that the Bulls have actually been able to run the floor on consecutive sequences.
Well, Ewing was there, so Pippen decided not to take him on, but he gave him the head fake. Did a beautiful job getting it up. Ewing goes for that fake and looks at Pippen with a lot of disdain, like, how could you make that shot? But Patrick left his feet, and he shouldn't have done that. He should just position himself, put the hands up, but he bought that fake of Pippen.
Foul on Ewing, his third. Now Paxson takes the seat. Scott Williams is back. Pippen missed his last 2, make it his last 3. Scottie Pippen is not a good free throw shooter. And tonight, 3 of 7 from the line. Knicks 71, the Bulls 59. Bulls have had their problems at the line. Patrick Ewing with 18 points.
There are so many people on the Knicks hurting the Bulls. Ewing tuning in, tuning out on offense. He's always there on defense. The Bulls depending on 2 people exclusively, and there's one of them, Scottie Pippen. It's a beautiful move.
Pippen has 15. Greg Anthony has checked back in. Anthony and Starks in the backcourt. Ewing, Oakley, and Mason up front.
Tough for Greg to get anywhere, though. He dribbles the ball a lot. He's not losing it, but he's not getting anywhere with it.
Starks for Ewing. And that's a 24-second violation because Ewing did not hit the rim.
But the bubble gum popped out of his mouth, and he juggled it until he caught it, and it didn't hit the floor and went back in his mouth. And that's important, too, Marv.
Played the deflection just perfectly, didn't he? Pat Riley takes a timeout.
A 73-61, 126 left in the third quarter. Knicks are happy to announce that Game 4 on Monday in Chicago will be followed by a post-game show, a special playoff edition following our sports desk, usual sports desk.
That is if the Knicks should be up 3-0, which may be a very optimistic way of looking at things. Michael Jordan able to hit, and he was fouled.
As usual, the Bulls, when they are desperate, continue to go to Michael Jordan, who executes a spectacular move successfully and draws the foul.
Foul committed by Ewing, his 4th. And he'll sit down. Charles Smith will check in. Here's Orlando Blackman for Greg Anthony. So Blackman and Starks in the backcourt now. 1:11 to go in the third, and the Knicks with a 10-point lead.
What is going on with the foul shooting by the superstars of the Chicago Bulls? Pippen unsuccessful, now Jordan missing one.
Knicks now lead by 10. Bulls have missed the last 4 free throws. Shot clock running down. It's at 5. Jordan nearly picked it off. Shot clock at 2. Starks. Oh, what a shot! He just did beat the 24 with Jordan in his face. The Knicks by 13. that move.
Well, Michael Jordan said it the other day after John Starks' performance. He's turned his cockiness into confidence. And it's pouring forth now for John once again.
You know what I sense also? Michael Jordan losing confidence in his teammates. Smith. As much as Jordan dominated the offense early, he did pull back. But I could just sense from seeing so much of Jordan these past few years, he's giving the ball up, and the rest of the Bulls are not doing it, and he's getting down, which will mean that we will see him completely dominate the fourth quarter. That, I think in his mind, is the only shot the Bulls will have right here. 7 seconds left in the third. The only other Bull, as you mentioned, who has been respectable is Scottie Pippen, who's actually played well. He's hit 7 of 10, 17 points. Phil Jackson with substitutions now. Tucker, Paxson, Armstrong come on for the last second shot opportunity.
I don't know when I've seen a less than spectacular front line of the Bulls, but still they're formidable and have had many terrific moments over their 2 championship seasons. But the front line is invisible tonight. Name a guy. Stacey King sitting there on the right. Nothing much. Horace Grant, nothing. Bill Cartwright, invisible. The nickname is sadly picked up here in New York on occasion. But none of the front line is really having a good evening tonight at all. But we do have another quarter left.
Knicks lead by 14, 7 seconds remaining in the third. Jordan puts the move on Anthony and goes all the way. The tip missed by Pippen. After 3, the Knicks 77 and the Bulls 63. The Chicago Bulls with only 14 points in the third quarter.
And look who's heating up now in the second half. These are the kind of shots opposing coaches like their opponents to take. But John Starks now, for the second game in a row, is making the crazy shots.
The Knicks outscoring the Bulls 28-14 in the third quarter to take command. The Knicks with their biggest lead of the game. It's John Starks now with 9 points. He's hit 4 out of 10 following the slow start. Doc Rivers, the unlikely high point man for the Knicks, with 21. Patrick Ewing has 18. Michael Jordan leading Chicago with 31, but he is 10 of 23 from the field, coming off the 10 for 27 on Sunday.
Boy, Marv, you go back to last summer when the Knicks made the big deal to bring Charles Smith and Doc Rivers here. Who would have thought at this point of this 92-93 season that Doc Rivers would be enjoying the position of prominence and importance he enjoys now for the New York Knicks? In a game like this, Game 2, Chicago Bulls, 2-time champions, it's Doc Rivers leading the way, not only in leadership with what he does with the ball, but what he's doing with his scoring here this evening.
And a reminder, if there is a Game 5, there will be a MSG Sports Desk post-game show, a special playoff edition hosted by Al Troutwig, which will feature post-game interviews, the Pat Riley news conference, Phil Jackson's comments to the media. That will follow Game 5 next Wednesday night. And should the Knicks be up 3-0 with a possible clincher Game 4 on Monday, there would also be a special playoff edition post-game show that's similar to what took place this past Sunday following game number 1. We'll be back right after these words. On to the fourth quarter. The Knicks with a 77-63 lead on the Bulls. Marv Albert, John Andres, Al Troutwig, Walt Frazier from the Garden.